And then Nonini coming to tour, I think he played Baltimore.
Yeah.
Unakumbuka nikupeleka kwa hoteli. And I even have like some of Nonini's autographed CDs from that. Yani it's a journey. It's been a journey.
CD.
I still have CDs. And so playing that music, when you hear the collabos, those collabos, guys don't do them anymore like that.
No, they don't.
I don't know if it's the musicians don't like each other or they don't understand that just bringing bongo together with
challenges. Kuna pros na kuna cons. Pros ni unajua mtaani tulikuwa na ile how we write our music is ni surrounding yetu.
Okay.
Like the people you hang out with, that's where you get your inspiration. That's how muziki yetu ya mtaani ya Khalif ilikuwa venye ilikuwa because it's the people you hang out with. Yeah. But ukiuko huku it's different. So huku people watu wako busy.
Yeah.
So nile rende the circle you allow around you. But also that's one of the cons. But the pros is the people now have allowed myself pia as a brand kuji associate now. Mimi naji associate gina watu wa mtaani, watu kama nyinyi, yani watu wa real, unaelewa?
Yeah.
So you gather this inspiration, but social media has played a big part. Because back then 10 or 22 years back hapakuwa na social media. Kuna kuja stato CD. Sasa kuna social media. So bado naweza kuwa in touch na hiyo aspect ya mtaani. Bora mabeste zangu wale niko around now, wako kwa X, wako kwa Facebook.
Now, this hour, there won't be much politics, but Kenyan artist Nonini will be making sense of the raging debate on if music should advocate for social change. He'll also be exposing dirty secrets in Kenya's royalty distribution structure. Nonini will also tell us why he turned against President Ruto after passionately supporting him during the campaigns. Please drop a comment and tell us where you're tuned in from, whether Texas, whether Baltimore, whether DC. Please tell us where you're tuned in from. I'm your co-host and producer, Ali Badawi, and it's Friday the 16th of August, and we are streaming live from Kilimanjaro studios outside Washington, DC. Now, please remember to follow the One Mic Show on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. On panel with me tonight is Mr. One Mic Kamakawa. Sports anchor Mika Och will be joining us via Zoom. Our resident DJ Moshfire Tayari na Turogaroga pale on the decks. And also not forgetting that our super producer is none other than Mubelwa Bandio, who's also in the building. Now, I can see guests already coming in. And before I read any comments, I want to remind all the audience members that next week, Friday, August the 23rd, Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna will be live in Kilimanjaro studios. So start prepping your questions, start telling your friends, start telling your enemies, tell all of them to come here. This will be the first opportunity the diaspora will be interacting with a major politician since the Mandamano. So please, 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 set your calendar and be ready for next week's show. But I can see, everybody is already tuned in. I can see Gerald Oliech is tuned in. Karibu sana. Kaiser Soze, Afro-Jamaican, is tuned in. And then Afro-Jamaican saying, I don't know what they're saying, but I love that song. That's a Jamaican who loves Nonini's music. So thank you so much. We'll tell you what song that is so that you can download it. And then Mika Och, amepata sauti kidogo, nasema sisi kama Manchester. Amepata sauti kidogo, walipata ushindi wa kibahati, but ni sawa tu. The show goes on. I can see also Nyango Hingo is in the building. Timo Dhiambo, Mimo Koinange, karibu sana. Mika Och, Kiburi FC kama kawaida. And then Sleo Duara nasema Texas always representing in the building. Mimo Koinange tuned in from Kariobangi aka North Dallas. And then Washeke hapa anasema I am tuning in from Savo East while I mine rubies. Okay. And then I can see Stephen JJ also tuned in. And then Stephen JJ anasema tuko ndani gotea Nonini. Sawa, asante sana. And yeah, we're going to get started because we are going to have a late show tonight. Now, most of you remember reggae legend Buju Banton sparked a firestorm earlier this week after calling Afrobeats effery. In a Drink Champs interview that drew emotions, a debate is still raging on whether artists should drive social change through their music. In studio to help us unpack Buju's controversial remarks is Genge artist Nonini Genge True. He has, over the last 23, 24, 25, I don't know how many years, released multiple albums and iconic hit songs. His impact has gone beyond the charts. He's been a fierce advocate for artists' rights and has been at the forefront of the battle of fair royalty distribution in Kenya. Now, since his big move to the US, Nonini has brought his unique sound to a global audience with remix of Keroro and Nibebe that you've been listening, and we're going to be hearing more of it as the show progresses, amongst many other new songs that he'll be talking about later on in the show. Nonini has also not shied away from controversy. He once called the organizer of the US Madaraka Festival, he called out the organizer of the US Madaraka Festival for offering him only $500 per show. We'll take a deep dive into this and more, and we'll go through his musical journey since relocating to the US. Nonini, karibu sana to the OneMicShow. How are you doing today, Nonini?
Watu wangu wa nguvu niaje I'm good, man. Ali mambo.
Poa sana, man.
Good to be back. What, 2 years later?
No, it's not 2 years. It's actually 3 years, man.
3 years later?
Yeah, it's 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think the last time when you were here with Red Sun, I think that was 2021.
Damn.
Yeah.
Time inaenda wapi?
Wow. Yeah, that was
Time inaenda
2021.
wapi?
Yeah. That's 2021.
Damn.
So I think it was 3 years ago, and then you've been, like you've been contributing over the phone.
Yeah.
But this is
Collins Nini.
Yeah, Collins
Maisha
Nini.
huku US.
Yeah, Maisha US.
Huku US.
Yes, Maisha ya Maju.
Yes.
Okay, sawa. So yeah. So how have you been since you came to the US? Because sasa unajua the third year.
Yeah.
Hapo ndo unaitwa samabani sasa.
Yeah.
Najua ni mtu wa mtaa, always umetaka kuassociate na mtaa. But umepiga miaka 3 US,
Man.
Umepiga miaka 3 US sasa.
Nikali, it's an interesting experience.
Okay.
Just to be able to see both sides of the world.
Okay.
I mean, nimegrew most of the time in Kenya. I used to come into the US on and off.
Visiting.
But kukuja kuishi huku na understand the lifestyle.
Yes.
Na just blend in, it's amazing. And I can say just I'm blessed.
So ni kitu gani from
kuna mind shift?
Because umekuwa ukivisit, I think tangu tour yako ya first, I don't know, ilikuwa 2004.
Yeah.
So umekuwa ukivisit mara nyingi. Yeah, but ni difference gani umeona from hizo visits ulikuwa una make na sasa umechapa miaka 3 ushakuwa samabani officially? Ni difference gani unaweza kusema watu wa kuvisit hawajaona bado hawajajua?
Unajua ukam kuvisit, huwezi understand watu ishi huku. Because unajua ukam kuvisit when tourist, so utakam, we'll hold you down, tutakuchukulia mahoteli, we'll take you out,
malimo nini,
utaenjoy. But kitu ujui ni watu huko wanakuwa mboka, like although people play hard, work hard.
People work
so
hard.
Your work hard ndio watu understanding. So sasa mimi na understand hiyo ku work hard. Before ilikuwa ni play hard all day every day.
Okay.
So I can play hard but I work hard. Now whatever you make, you understand, yani unafeel your pinch. Ukiwork hard, ukienda kuplay, unafeel your pinch, then you go back and hustle times 10. So I love it. Like you can see both sides of the coin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Na sasa when it comes to the experience of doing music, because you've done quite a bit of work since you came to the US. The remixes umefanya ya Nibebe and Keroro, and there's also some other new music that you've been doing while you were here. So what's the difference in experience of making music while in the US versus making music in Kenya?
It's a challenge. Kuna pros na kuna cons. Pros ni unajua mtaani tulikuwa na ile how we write our music ni surrounding yetu.
Okay.
Like the people you hang out with, that's where you get your inspiration. That's how muziki yetu ya mtaani ya Kalif ilikuwa venye ilikuwa, because it's the people you hang out with. But ukiwa huku it's different. So huku people watu wako busy. So ni ile rende the circle you allow around you. But also that's one of the cons. But the pros is the people now have allowed myself pia as a brand kuji associate now. Mimi naji associate gina watu wa mtaani, watu kama nyinyi, yani watu wa real, unaelewa? So you gather this inspiration, but social media has played a big part. Because back then 10 or 22 years back hapakuwa na social media. Kuna kuja stato CD. Sasa kuna social media. So bado naweza kuwa in touch na hiyo aspect ya mtaani. Bora mabeste zangu wale niko around now, wako kwa X, wako kwa Facebook, and I still keep in touch. Then I can still have that. Yani social media imeweza kubreak your ground so much. So I'm having both experiences at the same time. That's what I can say. Na experience huku na experience mtaani. Mimi sijaji lockdown. Sijakuja US alafu nikaingia chini ya maji.
Lakini ushakuwa samabani sasa. Si hata hiyo accent kuna vile imeni.
Hakuna. Accent iko, tuna switch kitu kipiga mboka na wale watu wetu. Wale watu wetu kipiga mboka nao unajua waelewi. Ukiongelesha kilami wanakuuliza sasa inabidi unaingia kwa hiyo kilami yao. But ukiongelesha Wakenya wetu kilami ni ile as in that can change. But you can switch on and off anytime you want to.
Okay. Sawa. And I remind the listeners that you're tuned in to the One Mic Show. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome the rest of the panel. Panel iko ndani ya building. Mika Och jitayarishe hapo. I'm going to get started here with the DJ Omoshfire, who's right next to me. DJ Omoshfire, like umekuwa kicheza ngoma za Nonini. How's your week been? And how's your feeling playing that Nonini music from the old school to the new school one?
Man, the week's been good. We are here to go live, and we are alive.
Okay.
Not a lot of people can say that. These days, especially right now, I don't know what's going on, but matanga zinakuja daily basis. But with that said, tuko hapa studio. Nonini, thanks for gracing us with your presence.
Santi, man.
Man.
Naona lebo hapo juu mgenge true.
Yes.
Venye inafaa.
Umelipwa?
No,
Kwa advertise.
No, sijalipwa. In fact,
ama tume invoice nyuma ya
no, invoice iko. Nishatairisha.
Sawa. Kuna noma.
So, it's interesting. I've been supporting Nonini before Mgenge True brand.
Sana.
He had another brand.
Yep.
Before Mgenge True.
Sana.
And that brand was 254.
Okay.
He had 254 before At Home 254.
Yep.
Damn, okay.
Yep.
Na hiyo label pia niko nayo.
Okay.
But anyway, that's a story for another day. Back to muziki. Man, memories. Just memories, man. I remember Nonini coming into town with Jua. Tukiwa ATL. Tukiwa, in fact, I think hiyo ilikuwa tour.
Pale kwa Temple.
Ilikuwa tour na nani alikuwa amewaleta. Anaitwaje?
Oscar.
Yes. Kenyan yetu
kina Oscar.
Yes. That was when ATL
when
was
ATL
ndio walikuwa kusema.
Original Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it was something else, man. Yani,
it was an experience out of this world.
Yeah, the memories are many, man. And then Nonini coming to tour, I think he played Baltimore.
Yeah.
Unakumbuka nikikupeleka kwa hoteli. And I even have like some of Nonini's autographed CDs from that. Yani, it's a journey. It's been a journey.
CD.
I still have CDs. And so, playing that music, when you hear the collabos, those collabos, guys don't do them anymore like that.
No, they don't.
I don't
happen.
know if it's the musicians don't like each other or they don't understand the just bringing bongo together with EO flavor at that time.
Na hiyo hapo I think tutaongea hiyo story.
But how many people have,
Yeah.
can you count with your hand, you can say that I've really done very many collabos with TZ artists?